Welcome viewers. Reports from Afghanistan now refer to a resurgent Taliban, as the violent group has now taken more territory than it had ever since it was pushed out of the power in 2001. While the situation on the ground is rapidly shifting, there is no doubt that the Taliban has the upper hand and mean to keep it that way. Alongside its reportage of what everyone knew all along, the Taliban hasn't changed in the slightest. The old rules against music, shaving beard and girls' education are back, and yet another wave of refugee is on the move. In Islamabad, Pakistan's National Security Advisor Maid Yusuf warned a Senate committee that the situation in Afghanistan was out of Pakistan's control. That was the course and investment administration that the Taliban had been, in fact, always under Pakistani control. But the NSA seemed to be trying to make a public case that the Pakistan was in danger. It is, but for reasons that the security establishment may be blind to, while it actually cheers the victory that is sought of more than 3 decades. No one is fooled except the Pakistani establishment itself. Despite extensive planning and frantic diplomacy, trouble is coming to Pakistan. As the Taliban rampages across Afghanistan, another flow of refugees has begun to Turkey, US, UK and closer home to neighboring countries. Tiny Tajikistan says it is ready to take 1 lakh refugees, while Iran is seeing some 10,000 arriving every day through well-known smuggling routes via Pakistan. Oddly, there is no indication of much movement into Pakistani territory. Data collected by migration mapping agencies indicate that while some 81% plan to stay in Iran and others are aiming for Europe, just 2% plan to go to Pakistan. The reasons for this indicate a carefully planned policy. The fact that much of the territory opposite Pakistan have already been Taliban controlled for years, main border crossing like Spain, Bodlag have recently fallen, even as the Pakistani Air Force threatened airstrikes for the Afghanistan army sought to wrench it back. The strategy is aimed to ensuring that the Taliban police of the border areas, thus preventing any huge ingress of desperate people. Pakistani Foreign Minister Shah Mohammad Qureshi has declared that the country will not take in any more refugees, but it matters worsen as surely will. Pakistan has the option of dealing with 7 lakh refugees expected to arrive at the shelter then. The key point is whether the Taliban can take control over the key borders crossing as well as the dozens of mountain trails that cross into the tribal area. While the Taliban is on the winning spree, it's not going to be a walkover. Former warlords and the opposition of Kabul are bonding together to their own survival. Within all this, outside powers of fishing new Proximus are among the second-generation leaders like the son of Ahmed Shah Mahmud and even Uzbek Wald Abdul Rashid Dostum. Despite the Taliban being sent around the major world capitals such as Beijing, Moscow and Tehran, few went to Taliban-dominated government in peace. Despite the best efforts of the sophisticated PR machine that nearly sold the agreement of a changed Taliban. The only one who will welcome civil war at the terrorists, as a recent UN report observed, the Al-Qaeda is still around, aligned with the Taliban through the offices of the Haqqani network in the complex network in the intermarriage and opposition. This deadly combination of terrorist groups is fighting and sharing victories with the Taliban and therefore largely on the right side of Pakistan's intelligence agencies. But this is an uncivil war. With enough money and spunk, any of all these can be bought by vicious actors and they can just decide to do their own thing. It's already apparent that tribal area where 2 Pakistani soldiers were recently killed and several wounded in the cross-border attack are fired up unrest at their areas. Backended with wounded Persian pride could mean Tajikistan redux or return of the war that sucked in thousands of Pakistani troops in the intermittent operations between 2003 and 2014. In that case, Pakistan will find that it has left itself wide open to total chaos. All the black ravens it has let loose will finally come to home to rule. Pakistani Game of Thrones in Afghanistan has gone on for much too long. The audience is simply tired of it. Abroda's report for Fosak TV, USA.